Good evening, you guys. Let me make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Let's turn my volume off on my phone so that doesn't cause any problems. If you guys could say hello when you pop on, that would be so awesome. Um, oh, we have somebody else in the green room. So, you guys, I have guests. Hey, Flea. I have guests, and I'm calling it the green room, like the old talk shows, when people be hanging out in the green room waiting to come on to talk to the talk show host. That's what we're doing tonight. So we have like, hey, Robin, we have a room full of guests to share with you guys tonight. And we're just going to chit chat. We're going to chit chat about, oh, am I live in the group? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm checking to make sure that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Roy Cycle Treasures. And am I live in the group? Crafted. Facebook changed the rules. I'm not live in the group. Of course not. Why would I be live in the group? They changed all the rules. So I'm not live in the group, but I'm here on the page and we are. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Jerry. Oh, look at there's Kathy. Kathy's in two places at once. Hey, Kathy. We're here on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. You guys, tonight I just wanted to have, hey, I wanted to have a bit of a celebration. Tonight's going to be a bit, hey, Liz, of like a talk show. So I'm going to pull up guests throughout the course of tonight's live, and we're going to visit with them. If you guys have questions for our guests, you can ask them. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to pull you guys up, probably one or two at a time, have you guys introduce yourself, what you do, what your business is, and then we're just going to have a conversations about the summit. And we're going to have a bit of a kind of a meet and greet. Um, hey, Lisa, how are you? Hey, Luann, how are you? I think everybody that I see in the comments right now is also signed up for the summit. I've been uploading videos, you guys, all week. Well, not videos all weekend, but all weekend in preparation for the summit. The videos, Loom videos to explain how to use everything, all of the emails for the week, the posts in the group for the week. And the more work that I do to get prepared for you guys, the more excited I'm getting about what we have. Hey, Madonna. Hey, Carolyn. So let's see. I had Kathy was here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Kathy Cook and Jane Belante because they were with me just before we came on. And if you guys could just take a few minutes to introduce yourself to our guests, your name, your business, where are you, and kind of what you do.
Go, Jane.
I was just going to say that to you. Okay, so I'm Jane Vellante. I am a transformational coach and mixed media artist. I am in Waukesha, Wisconsin, which is southeast Wisconsin. And what else am I? I'm actually I have a class in the summit. That's a thing to know, right?
Yes, you're like the first one. Your class drops tomorrow.
I am kicking off the summit tomorrow with a transformational journaling class all about releasing fear. And yours will not look like mine, but here's what mine looks like. Everybody's will look completely different. So I'm really, really excited about that because I know that a lot of people, they don't let themselves create, whether it's art, craft, or a business, or their life for that matter, because they're paralyzed by fear. And so this is a really helpful tool to begin the summit with so that everybody kind of clears that out and they're ready to do all the rest of the amazing, amazing classes that are in the summit.
I'm so grateful for your participation. Thank you so much, Jane. I really do appreciate it.
Grateful to you.
I'm looking forward to it, Jane. I really am.
Good.
I'm Kathy Cook. I have the Vintage Dames business, and I am in central Pennsylvania near Harrisburg, PA, very close to Harrisburg in Des Moines. I sell everything. I have paints. I have all Royce's papers and then some.
I know you're like an OG retailer. You've been with us for a
I,
long
I
time.
have. I don't think I was right at the very beginning, but I've had your papers I saw papers from Zazzle that
Oh,
I've
wow.
used. You know, I
Yeah.
hoard them like you hoard them. There they are waiting to be used.
I don't want to talk about hoarding tonight. Let's not talk about that.
No. Anyway, I sell all those other fun products that go with the papers, the IOD, Fusion Paint, DIY paint. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Well, and just all kinds of stuff. Come see me. There's so much.
And then like you teach classes in your space too, though,
I
because I
do.
teach all the time.
I do, and I'm really, I love taking all of your classes, Royce. I cannot tell you how much I would never be able to summarize everything that I've learned through the classes I've taken with you, that I pass on to my customers, to my students, and I love that because it makes me a better teacher. And I have learned one thing in the last couple of years. And my art teacher in high school is, and I can say this because he's now passed, is rolling over in his grave. There is no way he would have thought I'd be an art teacher.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, I don't love that he's no longer with us.
No. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago that I really discovered that I love teaching. And I got to tell you, when I started way back when, I was scared. I was nervous every single class for probably 4 or 5 years, and I still get a little edgy, stressed about a bigger class or something, but then I just kick in and it just goes. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
Most performers will tell you that if you ever get to a point where you're not nervous right before, that's like not a good thing. You know what I mean? Like that energy is, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm looking forward. And Jane, I'm really looking forward because I do have a lot of people who come to classes and they whether it's the fear that's holding them back, but they believe they cannot create anything. They're not crafting. Mm-hmm. And we all are creative. We have a creative spirit, all of us. And it's just finding the right tools that help you bring that out. Yeah. That's what I think.
And to your point, that is literally, Jane and I actually brainstormed to figure out a name for this. And what you just said about the fact that everyone, right, is crafted to create.
That's
each and every one of us. And so that's the name of this because that's the heart of it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And whether or not you think you can create, we actually are creating every bit of our lives every single day.
Right.
And so, letting fear stop us from having what we want, being what we want, doing what we want. We need to kick that to the curb so that we can feel better in our bodies and we can allow ourselves just to be, do, and have, everything that we want.
So Jane, I was thinking about you when I was getting ready to come on today because you've been saying a lot about like stepping out of your routine in order to be more present. And I was thinking about how I remember when the kids were younger and I was running around, there would be days where I would literally end up in the parking lot of our local big box store. You know what I'm saying? Because my brain would just go off and I would be on autopilot and I wasn't going there. I would just end up there. And we spend so much of our life on autopilot. And so sometimes like stepping outside of your routine can really be the thing that helps you to be present. And that might be where you find that next breakthrough. I know I'm not explaining as well as you do, Jane.
No, but I think that you're totally right. And just even so simple as signing up for this $9.99 summit and allowing yourself to actually do it. And I will say, you will not change if you sign up for it and you don't do it. Right?
You're speaking to me.
Right? If you actually would like to see growth in yourself, you got to actually take the classes, but
and do it.
Do
have
it.
A couple of good guests.
That's absolutely so correct.
Right? I see you have Carrie. Oh, look at this, Jane Belante. Lee. Hey, Julie. Hey, Luann Basalo. If I mess up y'all names, I'm sorry, because I know David is much better at the names than I am. Hey, Pam. Audrey is here. From Oh, Felicia. Oh, okay. So Felicia. Virginia. Hey, Virginia from Long Island. Hey, Michelle. Hey, I know that it says Girl Friday Crafts, but I know that that's Whitney. Will you guys do me a favor? Will you guys share this? If you guys would share this, that would be so awesome. And if you're here, if you would just, even if you just say, hey, how you doing? And tell us where you're from, that is awesome. So we can get this out. Tonight's going to be fun. It's going to be a bit of a talk show. We're going to have different guests all night. And we're going to be talking about different things because we have so many different personalities with different backgrounds tonight. And that diversity in this summit is probably the thing that I am the most excited about.
Yeah,
And
that's amazing.
like I knew it was diverse, right? But working on all the pieces behind the scenes, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. And everybody's classes are so different, and they might seem daunting, when you're looking at Leilani's face or you're looking at Kimberly's feathers or the jean jacket or the butter, like all the things, right? And you might be like, oh, I could never do that. And this is where you allow yourself to step in and just do it.
And just do it.
Because like if you make a mistake, guess what happens? You learn from that mistake. And then the next time you do it, you don't make the mistake, right? So it's part of getting over the fear, is like the fear of making a mistake. We all make mistakes.
We do.
And
I have to be honest with you. I've been talking to and encouraging people, like probably for the life of Roy Cycles, right? And talking about just do it. And I've started a new like art journey, like a classical art journey. And I gotta tell you, the fear can be gripping. Like I have pieces in my studio right now that I see to finish. But like you get to a point and you're like, oh, it's good. And if I keep going, I'm gonna mess it up. Like, and then what? Right? Like what's gonna happen? Nothing.
Yeah. And what did I tell you to do last time?
Just allow.
Detach.
And just to detach from the results and just to enjoy the process, right?
Yeah.
And so I think to me, that's what this week is about. It's about learning new things, trying them, detaching from the results of that thing, and just really allowing yourself to experience of what this summit has to offer. Because I believe in everything in me that it's going to be a blessing for you.
Yeah, and if you do mess up, you can have the ability to like laugh at yourself, right? Like, oh my gosh, this is so bad,
Yeah.
I remember the first time I was trying to draw a horse from somebody's instructions, and it was like, holy moly.
Yeah.
And I was one of those people that sat in my art class where the naked people came in, and then they would stand with like their leg out and their arm like this, and like
for the
comfortable and proportions, like you're allowed to laugh at yourself. Not everything has to be so serious.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I laugh at myself a lot. Actually, humor is a big tool in my toolbox.
Yeah, it's a
It's
way
not
to
always
that stuck energy
either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. I heard somebody say, "Oh, let me see. I want this one." Traveling Penguin say, "Honestly, I have no fear of crafting, but I love learning new things." Right. So that's a big part of it too. Is we're going to learn a lot of new things and a lot of different new things. I hear, I get messages and I get emails from people, and it was just, and Jane knows this. It was just really on my heart to do this, and it's in response to kind of that thing about people being stuck creatively. It's like you're kind of bored doing what you've always done, but you're not sure what to do next, right? And everything in this summit is so different, and all of it may not be for you. You may be like, oh, I'm not interested in that. But to me, even that's information.
Right.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. But you get 7 classes for $10. So like, even if you only like 3, that's still a gonga deal.
That's a ridiculous price because these classes are amazing. They're amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Connie. Hey, Liz from Pittsburgh. So did you guys have anything else to share before I bring up a couple of other guests?
I'm just really looking forward to everything that you got to teach us, and then what I can share with my people. I'm really excited about it.
And I'm excited. I love when you post like pictures of what your ladies have created. My favorite part is looking at their faces when they're holding up their project afterwards because they're so proud.
I know. I
And
watched the one I posted today. I had it ready. I'm a procrastinator, I told you. And I had it ready last week, but I didn't put it up till today. And I was watching it earlier because Facebook always wants you to boost everything, right? So they had an ad up to boost it. And I watched it and I catch myself smiling at these people. They made me smile. So yeah, that's the joy in teaching. People are so pleased with what they make and they leave and they're happy and feel good about what they've done. And that's what creating something does for you. It just I call my classes creative therapy. I literally do. And they're therapeutic for you. And I need to do more. So
Yeah.
I am committing to do every one of them. It may not be in the morning, but I'm going to do that.
well, I'm putting them in the morning because I want you guys to have like all day,
Right.
right? To be able
Right.
to make time. And then you'll have a whole week to watch the replays, right? So if you like miss one or you get busy, you
Oh,
can
honey,
go back.
I bought that VIP stuff. I'm going to have a year. Of course, sometimes that doesn't. Maybe that's why I don't get to it because it's like, oh, I got it on the back burner.
And I said this last time, but I really want to repeat it again, is that the reason why we create is for the feeling that we have inside of us when we're creating.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. And when you're stuffing that down and not allowing yourself that feeling, what's ever going to change?
Right. And that makes total sense, Jane. Really, it does. It helps you to grow. It helps you to release your anxieties. It gives you peace. I had a gentleman who was really, really sick a couple years ago, and he came in one day and he said, "Oh, Kath, I don't know if I'm going to do anything today." And he actually started creating the project, and I couldn't get over his color change. From when he came in, he was all gray and had no color, and when he left, he had color in his face. And it's healing.
Mhm.
Creating is healing
100%.
for the soul and healing for the body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see the results in other parts of your life too, right?
Yes.
Like if you start creating and you gain confidence here, that confidence, it
Yes.
just spills over into the other places
Yep.
of your life.
And my class is tomorrow, right? So I'm really looking forward to, if you have any questions or whatever, throw them in the group. I'll be popping in and out all day to, respond. And I really and truly would love for you to also get over the fear of showing your work and post your final journal spread in the group because I want to see it. And you just claim that. You're really writing yourself a new story, and you're making that into a picture form, right? Whatever it will be. So please do post your pieces.
Post your pieces. And
Yeah.
I'll be putting a post inside the group, you guys, asking you guys to share. And anybody who shares, your name gets to go into a drawing to win something. So that's extra motivation to share something.
Hey.
Thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can do this. And let's see, who do we have? I know Liz is on the East Coast. I'm going to bring her up. And I think Michelle is over there on that side of the country. I'm trying to bring over the folks that's already late. Get you guys on. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
How are you? Can you guys introduce yourselves and your business and what magical stuff you do? All the things. Y'all know. I'm a terrible host.
Well, I am Liz Dvorak, and I'm smack in the middle of the country, well, north in Minnesota. So I'm a central time zone girl here. And I have a small business. Liza Jane Designs is the business name I create under because Liza Jane is my inner artist child. So
like your Sasha Fierce. Ooh, I like that. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Liza Jane has the fun, and Liz here pays the bills. So, Liz also operates the Afton Creative Arts Studio, and we have an Airbnb and kind of creative retreat here in town too. So I can't believe sometimes that I get to live here, especially over this past weekend where the temps were in the 60s, which is warm, Royce. And the trees they're just golden and red and orange, just so beautiful, and the St. Croix River sparkling with sailboat, and I'm like, I can't believe I get to live here. So wherever people are joining us from, if you've not been to Minnesota, the Twin Cities area, it's a beautiful place to be, and that is where I recorded my class for you, which is called Positively Negative. And I frankly, I love the class. I hope that you will love the class. It combines many of my very favorite things about creating, because you get to be both crazy and free and just throw stuff around. And we use all sorts of non-traditional tools to apply paint. One of my favorites is actually a potato masher or a fly swatter. You get really cool marks with those things. And just have fun. And there isn't any right or wrong. It's your favorite colors, your favorite ways to make marks, thinking about different things to use. You can use a pen or you can use a stick, and you get all sorts of different kinds of, and it's just fun. And I hope that I can encourage people to play, let that inner child artist play and paint with your fingers, do whatever. And we're crazy for the first part of the class. And that's the biggest part of the class, where you're creating with abandon. And after that, we settle in a little bit, which is also one of my favorite parts of creating, is being calm and thinking about and analyzing just for myself. What do I like? Or what seems off to me? And learning, and as I hope you all will, that you know more than you think you do. Your eye knows when something's off. So, you learn to trust yourself in this evaluation. And I think Royce and Jane were both saying, and all of those actions, when you learn to trust yourself in one space, it transfers over to trusting yourself in other spaces too. So that's a recurring theme with us that are in this summit, because we've all lived it and experienced it and want to share it. So after the analysis part of our class, we do the negative space painting, which is just painting around everything that's not our subject.
Yes. I'm not laughing at you. I'm sorry.
So if you have a
thought you said you were creating with a Band-Aid instead of abandon.
abandon.
Well, with the potato masher, Band-Aid's right up there.
Yes, if the fly swatter hits anyone, we will have Band-Aids. Negative space painting, and then some finishing touches on the end. So it's a lot of fun. And I hope that you all will enjoy the class. And I will also be hanging around in the group to answer questions and respond to any things that you want to talk about. So.
And we do have, the videos are going to be not streaming because they're not live. The videos are going to be available in 2 spaces. So every day we're dropping a new video, or we're posting a new video It'll be posted on the Roy Cycled Academy, so you can log in and you can watch it there. It'll also be posted inside of the private Facebook group, so you can watch it there. So either place, you can watch the video, whichever one is more comfortable for you. And it'll be available on the Roy Cycled Academy. It'll be 8 a.m. Facebook will not let me schedule it, so I have to do it manually.
Wow.
And I'm not a morning person, so I'll say by 9:30 it'll be on Facebook. Just being.
And that's
Okay.
9:30 Arizona.
Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Rima. Let me see.
Well, how about you, Michelle?
Yes, I was going to say hi to a couple of new people really quickly, but I think Henrietta is on. Hey, Henrietta. Hey, Linda. Okay. Yes, people can still sign up, Kathy. Very good question. And I will, if you guys put hashtag summit in the comments, you will get a message telling you how to sign up. So it's hashtag summit, all one word. But yes, very good question, Kathy. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, Michelle.
That's okay. I'm just taking it all in, enjoying listening to everybody's descriptions and stuff too. It's funny, Liz, because when you said that about your name, because Shell Bell is the name of my business, and that's just been what my family's called me since I was a little bitty. You know, Shell Bell, Shelly Belly, and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of the same. But I'm in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas. So I'm Central Time as well. I'm smack dab in the middle. And my class is how to stop hoarding art supplies. I'm teasing. That's just from what Kathy and
I
Roy.
do not want to take that off, Michelle.
It is the art of connection, how to make your journal flow. And the premise is that you only need one thing to spark your creativity, one thing to spark your imagination, and then you can build from there. And the whole class is about starting with an inspiration piece and how you move forward from there. This is the journal that I work in the class and in the VIP part. I'll go ahead and show you my spark. My inspiration is this fabric right here, which is actually a drapery panel, probably from the 60s or 70s, and it just evokes a bunch of feelings inside me of, you know, being a kid, and you see patterns like that all the time if you're of an age. You know what I'm talking about.
When you talk about inspiration, you're not just talking about like, I use it because this was the color palette. It goes beyond that.
Yes.
Because like you said, that when you see that, it evokes memories and nostalgia for you for other things that you'll be including in your journal.
Yes.
I hadn't thought about it like that.
Absolutely. It's all, and I think that it's kind of, it's natural. That's just the way it evolves. But when you think about it and break it down and kind of can show and lead in that direction, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
I did bring something I wanted to bring something like I'm actually there. This is, if I can get it. Okay. So this is the very first journal I ever made. Okay. I kept it. It's not been that long. I'd like for you to see how the cover is here and the pages are here.
I don't think I would have noticed that if you hadn't pointed it out. Okay.
And how the stitching is not the same height, not the same distance apart. There's nothing real pretty about this journal is what I'm saying. Let me see. What year was this? I want to say this was just 2022 or I'm not talking like this was in 1983. This was just a few years ago. So, I mean, this is just a few years difference. And I feel like with every journal, I improve. And I don't know. I like to create all kinds of art. This is my passion right now. I have my paper pack and the community of my girls. I've seen several of them pop in, and I appreciate you guys for coming on. But painting, all of it. I love all of it. I love creating every way. I actually brought one of my very first paintings that I was super proud of. And now it's all I can do not to get my paintbrush out and fix it.
Don't do it.
And I was going to share her with you too, because
What's that?
she just brings something out in me. Like I remember what I felt. It says trust here. I remember everything about what this meant to me at the time that I painted it. So the whole perfection thing, the whole fear thing, Jane hit it on the head when she said it's about how you feel when you're creating. It's about what comes out of you.
I concur.
Oh, Linda says Facebook is jacked up.
I'm sorry. We're on YouTube too, if you want to pop over there. Look, Kathy's asking, how many classes are there? Thank you, Kathy. She's doing such a good job of prompting me. There are 7 classes in total. So I will say this. There are 7 classes in the base course. When you upgrade to VIP, I think there's 3 of us that are doing additional videos.
I
Right?
am.
You are, I am, and Robin is. Oh, did I lose somebody?
Yeah, Liz.
Liz. Oh, you know what? I think she's popping on and off because of her Wi-Fi, I think.
Oh.
Over there. Yeah. You're good.
I'm back, and thank you for crediting my Wi-Fi. It's actually just me. I hit the wrong buttons. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
I'm the drama, huh?
I was trying to read comments or say something in the chat, and
Oh my gosh.
I apologize.
Yes, there are 7 classes with 7 instructors teaching in the base course. And then if you upgrade to VIP, there are additional classes because each instructor is teaching a class, and they also have a resource attached to their class. That's the base course. And then that's 7 classes over 7 days, and you get 7 more days to view those. You can rewatch the replays or watch anything that you've missed, and resources. If you upgrade to VIP, you'll have access for a year rather than just the 7 days, the 7 additional days. And then you get additional resources. So I'm calling it a virtual swag bag. So, and that's just $45 for the upgrade, which is still a gonga deal for what.
All right, Kelly.
Welcome, Kelly. I'm so glad you're going to be joining us. Liz, do you need a Band-Aid?
That was funny, Kim.
I'm good, thank you.
But thank you guys so
in my
much.
shoes.
Huh? Nothing. Thank you guys so much for signing up. I mean, for coming tonight. I figured I'd have like 1 or 2 people who'd have time to come and hang out, but my green room is full. Thank you guys so much.
That's a tribute to how fun it is to hang out with you, Royce.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope it's going to be fun. I think it was Kathy's like, what are you going to ask us? I'm like, I don't know. We will see what happens. And Michelle, I think it's interesting because I know you from your paintings. Like that's what I remember about you is your paintings. But
it's like a whole new different group of people in the paper, in the journaling and paper world. And yeah.
It's interesting. I think we're all probably serial creators, right? Like we don't
absolutely
switch to one thing.
Definitely.
Let's see. Don says, I can't get into where I sign in. I've already paid for the VIP group. So Don, there isn't anything there yet. So even if you sign in, if you log on, you're just going to see the summit is there, and you'll just see the names of the teachers, because everything literally gets posted each day through the week. So the first thing you'll see will be Jane's class tomorrow morning. And then you can also hop into the Facebook group as well. And so I'm sorry, I'm just looking to see if I missed any comments. If you guys have questions for any of our guests, you guys can drop them in the comments. I'm trying to keep one eye over there on the comments.
And I'm trying to keep my finger away from the screen. So if there's any comments you think I should be aware of, I would love if you'd read them. I don't want to get kicked out again.
Rima said she's a serial shopper.
Right.
That's another conversation. I was in my studio and I was laughing because I'll watch something and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. And then I'll go in there and like, I have what I need. So I just say that the Lord's been leading me for years to get me to buy all these things a little bit at a time. So now I have everything I need.
Well, do you organize and get everything, and then you're like, oh, I have room. And then you just buy more. And then like, that's where I'm at right now. I had it all organized and now I'm like, there's stuff on the floor. I can't, it's an obstacle course right here.
Yes. It's like our mind wants to fill that space with something. Hey, Susan, you're fine, girl. This is like a meet and greet. You know how you go to like a party, people come and they go, you know, so we're not formal over here. You are good to go. So Kathy is asking if the videos will be posted in both places. Yes, Kathy, the videos will be posted inside the private Facebook group, and they'll also be on your dashboard at roycycledacademy.com. So you can watch it either place because people are comfortable with different things. And so I have a little Loom video on your dashboard showing you. I might put that in Facebook too. So I recorded myself kind of using the dashboard and going into Facebook. So you guys can see how to use it, because with the group, sometimes everything moves when everybody, you know, somebody makes a comment and it pops up to the top, but there's a special place inside the group where all the classes will stay in order. And so that's going to be a better place for you to go and to view the videos, but you can also just go on the dashboard and watch videos there as well. Okay, Don, message me and we'll get you all straightened out. Okay, sorry, I'm reading comments. Please says, Whatnot is a dangerous place for me to shop. Girl, me and you both. Me and you both. And I have like credits, because if you refer somebody to Whatnot, you get credits, but I always spend more than my credits. Is there anything you guys wanted to add before I pull up more people or different people up into onto the stage?
I just want to add that I'm grateful to everyone who signed up, and I hope that y'all will enjoy every minute of the classes. I know we have had a great deal of fun putting them together, and it's just going to be great. So thanks for joining us. Royce, thanks for pulling it all together. And Michelle, it's always good to be your boho buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I know, huh? I kind of pulled you guys up together.
Yeah. I would just like to say, like, for me personally, I have a hard time calling myself a teacher, honestly, because I learned so much from people that I'm supposedly teaching. You know, it's such a two-way street, a give and take, and I look forward to everyone's feedback and seeing what everybody does. And I can't wait to take the classes myself. And of course, thank you, Royce, for thinking of me and asking. And I'm honored to be here. And
thank you so much. And you know, I think a good teacher, right, understands that you also learn just as much from those whom you are teaching. Because I will tell you, so I have my Roy Cycle Besties membership, and I'm probably learning more from them. I learn just as much from them as I spend just as much time learning from them as I do teaching.
Absolutely.
Right? Because whenever you have a group of creatives, they're all gifted in their own like ways and in different things. And I think when you create that environment of safety, people feel good to be able to share, and everybody learns more.
Yes, 100%. My group, I feel like that in my group too. I'm like, I don't know what I'd do without these ladies. For real.
For real, for real. She says she hasn't seen my work. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for your willingness to come and to hang out.
Thank you.
Join me on stage. Look, I got to find you down here so I can take you off. Let's see. I'm gonna pull Leilani because I know that she said she's. Oh, did she leave already? Dang it! I waited too long. Okay, let's do Kimberly and Whitney. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Royce. Thanks for having me here again tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm so happy you guys were available. So I'm gonna put you guys on the spot and ask you to introduce yourself, your name, what's your business, what do you do, and what are you looking forward to in the summit?
Kimberly,
I
you
can
can.
go. Okay. Well, I'm Kimberly with Lolly Doodle Studios, and I'm like a mixed medium artist, meaning I like to paint with watercolor, acrylic, and I love brush lettering as well. And I also love to teach others to do that. Um, my course in this
Love those.
summit is painting color shift feathers. So we're learning to blend colors in a wet on wet technique by allowing them to shift and do what watercolors do and blend on the page. Um, I
So I'm
love
gonna have
this.
to like not be in control. Is that what you're telling me, Kim?
Yes, it's about letting go of control, which is something I dove into watercolor about 2 years ago. I had always been into acrylic paint was my go-to. Um, and just for those who don't know me, I am the mom of an adult with special needs. I became a widow in my early 40s, and I had lost my mother 28 days prior to losing my husband. So I found myself in a very dark place at that time without the words to properly express myself. Um, and it was by returning to art, which had always been, it made me feel, it was something I enjoyed. It made me feel good, but I never understood the healing that comes. I say there's healing in a paintbrush, and I never understood that until my widow journey. And someone had said to me, "You need to paint." And I thought, I don't feel like painting pretty pictures. But it wasn't about painting pretty pictures, it was about expressing myself when I couldn't find words. So dark canvases became bright angels, and the healing kind of took place in the background when I was quiet and allowed it to come through. And that is kind of my mission now, to help others do the same.
And did you say you were Lolly Doodle Lolly Doodle?
Lolly Doodle Studios. You'll find me on Facebook. There's a hyphen, I think, with The Widow on Fire, because I found my fire again. Lost it, and now I'm finding it again.
Kim is so friggin' talented. She's not gonna
Thank
brag on
you.
herself, but I'm gonna brag on her, just so you guys
Thanks.
know. And I'm excited to take your class. I'm trying not to cheat because I'm like editing and uploading the videos. And so I'm trying not to cheat and watch them, although I do have a good sense of what they are. But I'm going to wait and watch them with everybody else. And Whitney.
Hello. Sorry, I have a dog here demanding attention. So I'm trying to.
That's how it goes.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm in here for hours and you go live, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, something's happening. So I am Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. I have a hard time telling people what I do because it's a little bit of everything. I like to dabble. So I do a lot of paper crafting. I am a chalk couture designer. I am a baby brand new Roy Cycle retailer. And I'm so excited. I have been in multiple YouTube collabs with our Widow on Fire, and I can attest to how beautiful her paintings are. You all are just going to love what she brings forward in the summit. I guarantee it. Hey, Linda, how are you? Hey, everybody that said hi in the chat. Sorry. And so I'm excited, and I signed up for this. I did the VIP because my next 2 weeks are insane. I've got 2 very big in-person events coming up,
And so I like hesitated and I'm like, why am I hesitating? Because I've got 2 weeks off between Christmas and New Year's, and so that's yeah. So that's sort of my time where I focus on the things that I like to do for crafting or things I want to do for myself. And part of the reason that I also signed up for it is one of my goals this year was to really push myself out of my comfort zone, and do things that I don't do, right? So I do this paint artist YouTube collab. I'm not a paint artist, and I talked to Jeannie, and thank you, Kathy, the woman who runs it. I'm like, well, this is what I do. She's like, that's good enough. I'm like, score, but I'm figuring out how to do a little paint, art in it as I go. Royce doing your decoupage class was like, okay, I really want to learn how to do this. So I'm going to push myself forward and I'm going to do it. And so the summit was really another one of those opportunities to just be presented with these amazing women who do beautiful things that some might know how to do, some I don't. And even the ones I know how to do, I know I'm going to learn something new. So much that people have said, here tonight. I teach in-person classes too. And I have that moment where people are like, trying to make it perfect. And I tell them all the time, I am not a teacher who's going to tell you how to make it like the picture.
Yeah.
I am the teacher who is going to say, tell me what you want it to look like. Tell me what your vision is. And I'm going to help you figure out how to do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I have one woman who comes to my classes, and God love her. She comes to all my classes. I love her to death, but she's always like, well, what do you think about this? And I'm like, what do you think? What do you want it to look like? And I'm always pushing her to tell me what's in her head so that I don't point her in my direction. I want to guide her into her direction, and helping people just get out of the block of I just recorded a presentation for another event tonight talking about creating messy for the sake of just creating and having fun and not thinking about the finished product ahead of time, right? Just do it for the sake of doing it, and what that can bring you and what that can teach you. And you may look at something and you don't like it in 48 hours, you look at it and you're like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Legitimately, right? That's crazy to me because I do it all the time. I'm like there with that one.
Yep.
I walk out of my studio and I'm like, oh, and then I walk back in and I'm like, huh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I had something just recently, like I did it and I didn't like it at all. I'm like, I just messed all that up and I put it aside, and it was probably 3 or 4 days later that I was like, okay, I got to look at this and figure out what I'm going to do with it. And I'm like, this is pretty good, actually. I don't think I'm doing anything with it. I'm leaving it the way it is.
Our perception is interesting.
Yeah.
Kimberly, somebody has a question for you.
Yeah.
Cindy says she has 0 watercolor supplies. What does she need to have minimum without spending very much?
I'm a big believer of purchase what you can afford, but don't stress about having the best of anything. So really, honestly, all you need is paper. If you're going to use, I give you a template so that you can trace the feathers. If you don't even need to know how to draw, so I've got the 3 feathers. You need something to be able to get that on paper, but you can do that holding it up to a window. There's a way to transfer, so you don't even need really fancy stuff for that. A brush, I use a size 4 or a size 6 round brush, and the watercolor of your choosing. This is one of my favorite palettes. It is not an artist grade palette. You need I would say 3 to 6 colors, then you can do your feathers.
Now, I will say one of the reasons why I think watercolor is such a wonderful place to start is because you can spend like $25 on a watercolor palette and you'll have like 40 colors.
Yes.
Right? To me, it's really a good entry point if you're just starting back to discovering. And then Kim, don't you sell those, what do you call them? The confetti?
I sell watercolor kits, and I'm also going to put I call them confetti cards, because art should be like a party. Every day should be a party, honestly. So I sell little dots of paint. I wish I had one here handy to show you, but they're little cards with dots of paint, and it's enough to do at least the one project, if not more. Because the thing about watercolor, like when we squirt out all of our acrylic paint, I know you can get wet palettes and stuff, but usually once it dries, it's got to go in the trash. Watercolor,
Yeah.
you can let it dry and it lasts forever. Lasts forever. So get one of these. And I do the testing so no one else has to. This is a $6 kids kit from Amazon, and I would use it. So just 3 to 6 colors. It doesn't matter brand. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I really do. That's one of the things I love about watercolor is that the entry is just so accessible because you
Yeah.
can get, so many colors with not a lot of investment.
And it's
And
very
they last
addictive.
forever because you get one of those things and it's forever.
Yeah. I mean, I've had this palette for well over a year. I use a lot of tubes with Daniel Smith, and I put them in one of these little things. But these little dots of paint last forever. They honestly last forever.
Very good question. Thank you.
So
And you
if
guys,
I could also just let everybody know real quick, Royce, that my upgrade, if it's okay if I talk about my swag, I
yes.
kind of gave you like a 2-for-1, right? Because I want to teach you how to paint these. And I want you to think out of the box. And Royce is actually the person who got my brain going on this. I want you to think outside of the frame, I should say, because you could take this and put it in a frame, put it on the wall, and you're good. But think outside the frame. So I've came up with 35 creative ways to use your feathers outside of a frame. So that is a workbook that's in my swag book. And then I've also broken down the steps, and you get a workbook for that, to paint the perfect peony with me. Peonies, I think everybody loves a peony, right?
My
Most people
favorite.
do. So we're going to dive into my sketchbook and learn how to paint the perfect peony.
And that's in the
Broken down
swag bag
into
for the VIPs, right? Oh, so
that
that's
is for the
affordable.
VIPs. So you get like a 2-for-1, another video, and 2 workbooks if you sign up for the VIP. From me.
Yeah. See what I mean? These ladies are so generous. And I didn't even have to twist their arms or anything. They just did it. Donna says, yay for templates. Drawing almost paralyzes me. Yeah. So I think everybody in the program has a principle for you guys because the goal is for you to be successful, not to test and see how well you can draw, right? Dawn just shared. Thank you so much for sharing, Dawn. I'm so sorry that she lost her husband a few months ago, 40 years. And so she's looking for, an opportunity to kind of find somewhere to put that, right? It's really hard.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. Most of the people that I know, in our niche, who are creative business owners, so many of us are caregivers. And whether you're a personal caregiver or even nurses, you know what I'm saying, and medical assistants, seriously, if you start talking to people in our niche, it's ton. And I've always been creative, and Royce Cycles is I don't know how many years I've been around because you don't start off saying I'm going to have a business. You just start off doing stuff and then it kind of goes organically. So I really don't know how old Recycled is, but I know that when my mom's level of care increased to the point where we were essentially doing skilled nursing in my home, and the stress that comes along with that being able to craft and create literally was like my lifeblood during that time for me to be able to have the energy then to be able to pour out to my mom and my son who's a senior, and all the things, right? So it's real. It's creating is so incredibly valuable. And you don't have to do it to make money. You don't have to do it to have a business. You can just do it for yourself.
Right.
You don't need
That's
to.
the important part, is do it for the way that it makes you feel, not
Yeah.
so much of what you see when you're done, because just like any craft, if you practice long enough, you can get to where you want to be. But enjoy yourself while you get there, and stop worrying about putting the paint on the paper. Just do it.
Enjoy
it's
the
not
journey.
if it's
I'm
not fun, well, it's just if it's not fun, if you're not enjoying it, why do it? Like,
Right.
there have been crafts that I have tried. Like, I can crochet, I can't knit. I hate knitting. Why am I trying to do this? Like, I'm slow at crocheting, so I don't really do it. It takes me forever to make anything, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the repetitive motion. I can just sit and do it. But the whole knitting thing didn't. I'm like, why? No. Like, I've tried multiple times. I don't like it. 10
I
years
don't
from now, it might be different. But yeah, if you don't enjoy it, if it doesn't spark joy, move on to try the next thing.
And we're talking about, trying the next thing, right? And I know I keep going back to this, but the art party, I'm gonna say art party instead of summit, to me is a special place for that, because you get to go and you get to try all these things, and you can keep the things that you like and you enjoy, and you can, like, I'm gonna say, you can table the things that you don't enjoy, because sometimes we find our ways back.
Right.
Agreed.
That's the thing too, Royce, with the $9.99. I just, we've talked about this, and I hope people understand. We kept, you had decided, and which I think is wonderful, keep the price low because we want it accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
But it's not for lack of, these are not good courses. Every one of these courses is worth the $45 upgrade alone. And even if, you want to journal, but you are not interested in watercolor, it's okay. Do what you want, skip what you don't. You're still going to get your money's worth.
Yes. And Michelle is saying it's such a great opportunity to experiment and play, right?
Right.
I think that's kind of what we're talking about, because that's where the growth happens, is when you allow yourself to experiment and to play. And I'm going to tell you guys, so Jane is one of my coaches. She helps me keep my mind straight. And one of my challenges, just being completely transparent, is disconnecting from the outcome, right? Is starting a painting or a project without any expectation for the outcome. And I understand that it can be hard, but in spaces like this, where it's made specifically for us to experiment and play, there really is zero connection to the outcome. Zero connection to the outcome, which means that you can just be released to just really play and experiment, because that's where the discovery happens. That's where you discover what you like. That's where you are free enough to do things that maybe you wouldn't do, under different circumstances. And even though, like, I'm the hostess and this is my project, I'm legitimately excited to participate because I cannot wait. Because I don't get that. I have my Roy Cycle Besties membership, where I get to play because my ladies let me play in there. And it's a place where I've carved out time to be able to create every day. Because when you have a creative business, it's weird things happen. You lose all your time and you don't have time to create.
Mm-hmm.
But having the membership is nice because I get to meet with the ladies once a week. And I get to create. Right? I got to do the ear rubs, right? Hello, Agnes. How are you? Yes, Virginia. Be open and enjoy. And I'm going to put that up here. I just want to show that. She's saying be open and enjoy the week of new things. And being open is a big part of it, right? I was talking to a friend of mine today because we were walking through something that was kind of hard for her. And I told her that I was willing to carve out the time to meet with her because I knew that she would be open, right, to like learning and doing the thing. And that's a big thing. If you can decide, because ultimately that's what it is, to be open and just to learn and to give yourself, I always say, give yourself the grace that you would give your friend?
Mhm.
Because we'll be all hard on ourselves, and then other people are like, it's okay, you don't have to be perfect. I want y'all to take your own advice. I want y'all to be your own best friend this week and talk yourself into doing it. Liz, I can see comments on the phone. Hello, everyone.
Liz.
Oh, I don't know. Flea's saying she hasn't been able to create for a week because she's been unexpectedly away from home. I know. I'm going to pull Flea up next. Did you guys have anything you guys wanted to say before we pull up our next guest?
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you, and thank you to every single person who has taught in this summit and who is joining us to watch the classes. I'll be in and out all week as well of the Facebook group. So if anyone has any specific questions for me, I would love for you to just drop them in that group. And of course, come hang with me at Lolly Doodle Studios. I'd love that.
Yes, and you're on YouTube. Oh, and let me do something
am.
really quickly. Give me 1 second, Whitney. Crafted to Create. I wanted to put the QR code. I keep forgetting that when people on YouTube, the automation doesn't work. So if you're on YouTube and you want information about the Crafted to Create Summit, you can use this QR code and it'll take you to where you can get more information and you can sign up. I just wanted to make sure I put that up there before I moved on to Miss Whitney.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts for us?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Always fun to hang out with you and talk and chat. I'm really excited about watching everybody's presentations, classes, and the summit, seeing what everybody is bringing, and appreciative of everybody, of the time. I know what it takes to go into create a presentation for something like this, and it's not for the faint of heart. To put yourself out there as a teacher, right? Like
you have no idea.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I mean, the things that I've cobbled together are small, so I can't imagine doing something this big. But yeah, so I'm just really excited to watch everybody's classes and hang out in the group and see what everybody's sharing. So it's fun to be here.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. I didn't expect to have this many guests tonight, so I'm excited. I hate it. Leilani had to leave early, and I kind of forgot. Dang it. She's doing the Fearless Faces class, and I'm excited to take her class. I think she's Thursday. I don't know. Once you guys get into the group, you guys can see what day each of the instructors are gonna, their videos are gonna be posted. Everything is pre-recorded, you guys. So these are pre-recorded, edited videos. So the lessons, I won't say succinct, but they're like to the point and they're edited and they're nice, clean lessons. So just so you guys know, as far as what to expect. And I have our last two guests here. Miss Flea and Miss Robin. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. They've been sipping champagne in the green room the whole time.
I didn't know there were champagne.
I think I missed it too.
Let me, is this on? Yes, Audrey, it's on YouTube as well. You can go to VoiceCycled on YouTube and you'll find that we're streaming there as well. I have a question. Let's see. Rima is asking, will you be listing all the classes somewhere who we get every day, or is it going to be another surprise? No. So Rima, if you go into the Facebook group, you can go into the guides section. If you look on the top of the group, there's guides. You can see all the instructors and they're listed in the order that they'll be presenting. And if you log into VoiceCycled Academy and you go into the summit, even though the videos aren't posted, you'll see the listing of all the instructors and they're listed in order as well. So you can see what day each person's going to be before their videos are actually posted. Very good question. Thank you. And I know it wasn't there earlier today, you guys, but I was on the back end doing stuff. So they're back up there now. So you ladies, if you guys will introduce yourself, your name, your business, what you do, and then what you're looking forward to in the summit.
I'll go.
Okay.
So my name is Felicia Brown, but I go by Flea. And my business name is A Gift from the Maker. I'm just working on that. really getting that up. I do YouTube videos. I have 4 videos.
Awesome.
And yeah, I've been working with Jane Belanti. So anybody who is thinking about starting a business, I highly recommend Jane. She's an amazing business coach. For the summit, I'm just really looking forward to the variety of artists who are here, the teachers, and just learning things that I've been afraid to try or didn't have time to try. Robin, I'm looking forward to yours.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
I got my paint. I figured out what my denim is, so I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to learning from just different instructors, teaching just the different classes.
Very good. So you guys so yes, we have the community. Yes, there's the encouragement, but there's also like the new skills that are going to be taught, right? Which is the base of the course. And so Robin.
Yes. So I'm Robin. My business name is Robin's Creative Reclaim. I just renamed my business this year because I feel like with art and with my life, it's been a huge reclaim of who I am. So my business is, I'm a retailer for IOD products. I'm a retailer for Decoupage Queen and Pentart, and I'm a new retailer for Royce as well. So I have all of those products. I have a booth in Phoenix, Arizona at the Tattered Nest Vintage. I am just starting to list all of my things on the Little Sparrow, and that's where you can get a kit if you want a kit to do the class that I put my video out on. I am brand new to doing video, so Flea, you're really courageous. I haven't tried YouTube yet. This is my first video and my first experience editing video, so please be gentle with me
You did a
in my
wonderful
class. Thank you. Thank you. It is really long. I tried to make my class so that if you've never done anything like this before, that you'll be able to do it without a problem. So if you're like me, when I watch YouTube, I kind of fast forward things because most art comes really easy to me. So most things, like when I go to craft shows, I have to stop myself from wanting to create what everybody else has created and say, I'll just buy it instead of adding to my stash, my hoard, in my art room in which I can't move right now because I've got so much. And you also had mentioned how a lot of us are caregivers. So right now I have moved from Massachusetts to Arizona almost 2 years ago. I am here taking care of my stepdad and my mom. My mom, if you can see in the background, she's a wood carver. She is super, super talented. It's mostly my stepdad. He has dementia and heart failure. So hopefully he sleeps a lot during the day and wakes up at night, and he'll probably wake up while we're talking and I'll have to quickly run to my room.
You're fine. I remember when I first started going live, Robin, my mom was with me and she had dementia, and you could hear her talking behind the camera. And
Yeah.
I think I had, in all the years, I had one person complain about it. And I was just like, girl, you're going to have to go to another channel because that's my mama. Like, you
Yeah.
know.
And my first video on YouTube, it just abruptly cuts out because I was late for an appointment. And so I'm like, I gotta go. And I just shut everything down. So I love it. I watch it all the time. I think it's hysterical. So grace to you, definitely.
Yes, Grace. And you know what? It's a really good point. And Fleet, can I talk about you for a minute? Are you going to get me? Are you going to pinch me if I talk about you for a minute?
No, go ahead.
Because I know that Flea has been wanting to do this for a really long time. And so, I mean, when you sent me the note that you had uploaded a YouTube video, like, I was like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like, because you did it. Like, you took the step and you made it happen. It's so great.
And you know, it's funny because I'm in that. So Jane, as a business coach, we're in a group together. And there's 4 of us. And, you know, if you present anything to this group, they're like, well, why aren't you doing it? And the group actually, two people in the group were like, well, we have the subject for you to do. So they gave me, because they wanted to learn how to do what I do in the first video. And it really gave me confidence to do it because I knew they would support me.
Yeah.
And I think, Royce, that's what you do. You build community. You do that so well. And not just, it's not, I mean, like we rally around you because you're the focal point, but you build community around you. So we have these beautiful women in our lives who are encouraging. It's one of the most positive female-centric communities that I've ever been a part of. And I just want to give a shout out to you as we look at these, the artists who are coming beside you and it's like, yeah, I'll totally do this. That's what you do. You open this up to it's not a competition, it's a compliment, and we all bring something to the table. So I just really appreciate that about you and about the women in this community. I have sisters who I didn't have, before April. These are women who I would, if people are like, hey, I need something, I need to fly to Alberta, Canada, I'm on the next flight, right? Like I'm just gonna do it. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to you for that.
Thank you. And community is so important. And thank you for bringing that up because I do want to talk about something really specific because I have a lot of new people in my ecosystem right now, new to me. And I don't know if everybody knows how I am. So when I build a community, much like the one we're building for this summit, building a safe space for everyone to be able to feel like safe enough to be able to share is so incredibly important to me that if I have a bad egg, I will put you out and give your money back. I am so serious. That is how important it is to me because it's about the classes. Absolutely. It's about what we're learning positively, but it's about finding a tribe of ladies who are going to cheer you on, who are going to support you. And to me, that is one of the most important pieces because a lot of us creatives, we have people in our life. My husband loves me and he is so incredibly supportive, but he does not get me at all. He does not understand why I'm up at 2 a.m., with a new idea of something that I can do, or why I can't just finish a project before I start another one. There's or that I can even see things clearly in my mind before I work. Like I can see them. It's there. I'm like, don't you see pictures in movies? He's like, no. My mind does not work like that. And so it's so cathartic to be in a community of women, ladies, people, period, but predominantly ladies who we get it, right? When I say that my furniture tells me what it wants to be, you guys aren't cocking your head and looking at me crazy. Like you guys. Let's see. Sandy says, I believe when women are all together, there is joy, love, and sharing at a whole new level. Absolutely. Because there's an openness, right? Especially when you feel safe. There's an openness. And sharing your art can be scary. Like I get it. A lot of times people are hesitant to share their projects because you're essentially like taking a piece of your heart, right? And laying it out there for somebody else to look and possibly judge. And the reason why it's so important that the spaces I create are safe is because the last thing I want is for somebody to be brave enough to take that piece of their heart and share it and then deal with ugliness. We're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Jane's over here laughing at us. Bad egg. You know what I mean. Oh, Jane is saying that Flea and they said that your video actually helped them to be able to do it too. So it wasn't just a video, it was a good video. And the thing is, I should have looked up this quote. It's one of my favorite quotes and I don't even know it. I should memorize it. But the essence of it is, the thing that scares us the most is just how powerful we can be, right? Like I'm such a crybaby. We are all children of God, whatever that means to you, right? We were all crafted to be creative, and whatever that means. My husband's a writer, he's not a visual creator, but we were all crafted to create. And so for me, this is a celebration of that. It's a celebration through the artists who come together to be able to offer so generously these classes for you guys, but it's also about you guys. And it's also about your willingness just to say yes to yourself and to be open to the opportunity and to give yourself permission to learn, even if that means that you mess up and you don't do it right the first time, or it doesn't look like the instructors. Like, none of that is really important, because it's the process, it's the experiment, and it's the community. That's the important part. And so I really do hope that if you've been on the fence about coming in, that you'll say yes. And Kim was asking me if she could offer this class like somewhere else or later. And I'm going to tell you guys the way that this is organized, because we don't all like work together. Like, you know, we're all separate businesses. And so it's only going to be available for a year is what I'm promising. So after the last day of the summit, that's going to be it. Like, you won't be able to sign up later. Not because I'm trying to be a bro marketer and make it like scarce, but because logistically, I'm holding on to something that belongs to these incredibly talented women, and they've agreed to let me have it for a year, and that's it. And we're promising customers access for a year, and that's it. So after that last day, everyone who signed up has access for a year, and then everything shutters. So if you are on the fence, I encourage you to join us, because on November 3rd, there won't be any more opportunity to participate. So, did you guys have anything to add before we sign off? Do I have anybody else in my green room? I don't. Okay.
Well, this has been an awesome opportunity for me. I'm so happy to be a part of this. I thank you, Royce. Just the community that you build, like you've talked about, is awesome. And I don't know what else more to say than I am so grateful for this opportunity and to meet all the women that are on there. And any questions that are, that I can answer, I will do my best to answer every question that anyone has. I'll be checking in all the time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Robin. I'm so glad you said yes. Thank you. And Flea, did you have anything?
I want to say thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to be a part of this.
And thank you for agreeing to come on. See, I asked some people to come on. They're not even instructors, but they're like, oh, yeah, I'll come on and chat with you. So thank you. Oh, Flea is frozen. I'm going to show you guys the lineup, because I have some people coming on new. So what we're talking about tonight is the Crafted to Create Summit Art Party. I'm calling it an art party instead of a summit. And these are the 7 instructors who will be teaching. It does start tomorrow. The first video will post tomorrow, and the first video will be from Jane Belante. We're going to open up our experience with journaling so that we can kind of push away the fear and the limiting beliefs, push all that stuff aside so that we can be open to the experience of just enjoying the classes and all that that means. And I think Flea is frozen. Dang it. So I think, thank you so much, Robin. And that's all I have for tonight. I was hoping there weren't a lot of questions. I mean, we did have some questions. So I'm looking to make sure that I answered the questions. Oh, yeah. Michelle is just saying about us getting it. It's so true. I could look for another 50 years for people like you guys and not find them. We get each other. Seriously, right? I love it so much. Cheryl is saying that she's blocked lately. It's very frustrating. I know, Cheryl, it is. And I will, and I know I'm sounding salesy, but it's $9.99. If you come into the project, into the summit, Jane's exercise that she does is so incredibly powerful, and it'll help. I promise it'll help. If you'll just come and join us, the energy in the group and the lessons from the ladies. And the reason why we're starting with Jane is because we want to move all those blocks and barriers out of the way so that we can enjoy all that's being offered for the week. Let me see. I'm making sure I didn't ask any questions. Oh, Cheryl's asking, who are these lovely ladies with you, Royce? They're either instructors or crazy people who agreed to come and be on my talk show tonight. Okay, so I think that's it. I was just reading the comments to make sure I didn't leave anything out. But again, you guys, tonight we're talking about our Crafted to Create Summit that we have. It starts tomorrow. The first video posts tomorrow. You can still buy the summit. I'm going to keep the sales open through November 3rd. The $9.99 will be available until Friday, but you will only have 7 days, right, to be able to watch everything. And then you can buy the VIP up until November 3rd. And after that, everything shuts down because everything is only going to be available on the dashboard for 1 year. But for $9.99, you get 7 classes for 7 days. And then you get 1 class posted every day for 7 days. And then you get another 7 days to watch replays or to catch up. And then you can upgrade to VIP for $45 and you get a year's access. Plus you get additional swag. So you get swag with the base course. I'm saying swag, but it's like digital swag, right? The ladies have workbooks. They have resources for you guys for the base. And then when you upgrade to VIP, you get additional resources, additional videos, additional resources. So it's like a virtual swag bag that you have when you upgrade to VIP. Plus you have access for a year. So Maribeth is asking, how do you get the VIP? If you haven't registered yet, you can go to the website. And if you're on YouTube, so I'll put the link up for you again, the QR code, Mary. I think Maribeth, you're in already, right? So if you're not in already, you can choose between the base and the VIP. If you're already in, I sent an email out this morning and it has a link for you to upgrade to VIP. So you don't have to pay like $45 plus what you've already paid. It's just like an additional $35.01. And you can upgrade to VIP. So that was in the email today. There's also a post inside of the Facebook group, and there'll be a link in every email that goes out because every day I'll send out an email introducing the person who's going to be presenting, whose video will be posting that day. And there's also an additional link for you to upgrade and another link for you for the Facebook group, just in case you're late getting into the Facebook group. But I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I appreciate you sharing your time with us. I hope you guys had fun. I always have fun visiting with the ladies. If you guys have any more questions, you can drop them here in the comments and I'll answer them. Otherwise, we will see you inside the summit. You guys have a blessed evening. And you guys remember, where curiosity goes, creativity follows. Thank you so much. You guys have a good night.